Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ultimo Gallos here. We got the Fairchild, but I think he's the Phantom this time. I mean, check out, got the Phantom mask, got the purple shirt. You know, you need the skull ring to punch people. You've seen the Phantom movie, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. I figured you knew who the character was. But we just got back. We went, what was it, a couple of days ago, because I don't know exactly when this is getting uploaded. So a couple of days ago to the BIW show in Natchez, Mississippi.
Yes.
It was the February show. And man, whew, good hot crowd. A lot of kids, which means there's going to be a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, show them your shirt. Come in closer to the camera so they can check out this shirt. Now, these are King Rob Love shirts. So you see this image on the front. You got good outline of the king on the front. And then on the back. Yeah, I know. We didn't plan this out, everybody. I kind of fly by the seat. Okay, no, you got to come towards me, sir. You're off camera. You're off camera. Okay, it's got writing on the back. It says, All Hail Southern Royalty King Rob Love. All right. If you want one, contact me. I'll get in touch with this guy. He'll hook you up with one. They are what, $25, sir? Plus shipping. If they're having shipped.
They are $15 for smaller sizes. Plus sizes are $25.
Okay, plus size would be like 1X, 2X, 3X.
Yes.
Okay. So if you're big and fat like me, lean back, dude.
Sorry.
Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. If you're big and fat like me, you're going to have to get that plus size. And I've got one, but it's dirty right now. In which, dude, I love the shirt. They're nice and soft, dude. You got the softest shirt you can find. Let's get on to the show here. So,
yeah.
Good show, good crowd, good snacks. Thank you for hooking the snacks handle with some candy, sir. That was much appreciated. Nice ring. How'd you like the ring?
It was really nice, really quick, easy to put together. It was very light, too. I was able to carry those ring posts by myself.
I saw that. And I did see one ring post fall over. When y'all were taking it down, I heard boom. I'm like, what? Now look, nobody was hurt, so we were cool.
Yeah, like I don't know if like Matthew was standing there, so I don't know if like maybe he had bumped it or maybe like
I did not see him bump it.
Okay.
I didn't see him bump because I was watching.
I guess it just fell.
I was over there talking to a couple people and I saw that.
But they managed to get it up quick. It was painless.
And I like how it's plywood instead of boards, which probably gives more give, and the guys probably liked it better.
Oh, it made it way easier. Doing all those like multiple boards that's the hardest part. It's like, man, this shit sucks. We could be done with this already.
And I like the all black look of the ring.
Me too.
Like, and I'm going to throw out, I enjoyed the guys who did sound this time. I don't know if he wants me saying his name, so I'm not going to say it, but he could be a stunt double for Michael Chilkus from The Shield. Played the thing in Fantastic Four, you know what I'm talking about. Remember, we've been to some other shows where he was at, but really good sound. I love the music because it was all like 90s alt rock. And that's what me and your brother were talking about. It was 90s alt rock. I'm like, dude, this is like my high school dance music. You know?
We had the professor of wrestling as the commissioner of BIW. That was great.
Amazing ring announcer. Love the purple. Man, you know what? He needed the purple shirt to go with the purple suit.
He did.
He really did.
Really did.
Really cool guy. I think that's who I was talking to when the post fell. Really cool guy. I never even heard of the guy before. Amazed the hell out of me, but the matches, that's what you. I go wrestling for everything else too. I go there for the matches, and man. To start off, we had Camacho, who just Camacho, and Anthony Anderson. Did I get the name right? I always want to call him something else. It's double A. I think it's Anthony Anderson. I'm pretty sure. Great match, but man, Camacho just squashed him. And this is leading up to, we found out yesterday on Facebook. What's this leading up to? We're gonna have a match where it's gonna be Camacho versus Vordell, the rubber match, because they got 1-1 now. Whoever wins this, number one contender for APOC's Southern Heavyweight title.
That's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that.
You know what? I got a feeling Camacho, if he wins it, he's going to put the heavyweight back in the heavyweight title.
I think so, yeah. I can see him taking it. And they need a monster heel right now to be the reign of terror. He has, 4 dudes backing him.
Yep.
Southern royalty.
Yep.
So, I mean, and there's so many people potentially can come up. Like, I want to see Bam Bam come up against him, Danny.
Yep. All kinds of,
all kinds of people.
Even Eddie Martinez, which I'm getting ready.
T-Ray.
Yeah. Oh, God, T-Ray. We're going to get to that in minutes, man. T-Ray, I know you had to be hurt that whole ride home because, whoo. But next match, and I mentioned Eddie Martinez there, we had a tag match. And this is for the BIW's bringing back their tag titles. They had them a long time ago. They retired them for a little bit, which, it happens. Belts have you seen the belt yet?
No.
Dude, they're beautiful. I saw pictures. I haven't seen them in person. So we had, qualifying match. We had Eddie Martinez and Nate. I did not catch his last name. They're Horsepower. They're based out of Houston. Their tag team name was Horsepower. And Nate came out wearing a cowboy hat. Gimmick. And I was told that the name of the song is Old Town Road. Oh. And they do not say in there, I rode my whore to the Old Town Roads. I rode my horse. Because I heard, that's why I heard I rode my whore. I'm like, how do you ride a whore to? Okay, but They came out.
Yeah.
Then, and hey, you've seen this team before. We got Fly Death, y'all.
Fly Death.
Reality of Wrestling's Fly Death. 2 Booker T trainees from a few years ago. These guys
are good.
Amazing. Imagine if you took like 95 era Harlem Heat and mixed them with 98 era Hardy Boys. That's what they are.
But man, they're so skinny for real.
You know what though? The guy with the longer braids. I know one of them Zach Zillis, not him. The other guy. He was actually way more cut than I've ever seen him. But dude, amazing match, back and forth. I didn't know who was going to win this. Usually I can tell. Okay, I got a feeling like the first match. I'm like, oh man, come on, just win this. This one I'm like, man, I don't know. And I was telling our buddy James Bates, I don't know who to cheer for, because every time I've seen Fly Duff, they've been faces, but Eddie and Nate been faces, and it turned out Fly Duff was playing heel, and they were damn good at it. So, what did you think about it, sir?
I liked the high spots. I liked the build to the hot tag. I love that. I thought that they were really good at that part.
Because Nate played face and peril for quite a while, didn't he?
That's what gets me into tag team wrestling is one dude's getting the shit kicked out of him, but he is the war horse. He's fighting. Finally he gets that hot tag. The dude comes in and just whoops ass.
And you know why? Do you know why that's so ingrained in you? You grew up in the South like I did, and tag team wrestling was big in the South. Talk to your dad, your grandparents told you the same thing your dad and your uncles would tell you. That was the big thing back in the day.
But that's what I love about tag team wrestling. I cannot watch the Young Bucks because you don't have that. You don't get that with the
I'm
Young
not going to get
Bucks.
started on the Young Bucks because it'd take forever.
Anyway,
but yes, I agree with you totally on that.
The next match was what, Rob Love and Bam Bam?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
This match was one I'd been looking forward to. One I really was hoping was going to take place. And again, it was a good match. I loved Rob Love. He was playing around. He's toying like, I'm not getting in the ring yet. I'm not ready. Whatever. He's doing that classic heel stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. The fans are great about that. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. It's so great.
His call and response, dude. He has him in the palm of his hand, and what I loved.
His facials are
dude, I'm going to give you some props on this. Rob Love has people, even though they're going to boo the hell out of him, like Miss Ginger Griffin. I don't know if you're watching, Miss Ginger. I saw you buying the Rob Love shirt.
Yeah.
She hates Rob Love, but she bought a shirt.
She did.
And so did Mr. Prentice.
It blew my mind. She came up to me and she was like, "Are you Donovan Moore?" And I'm thinking like every hit movie I've ever seen in my life is going through my head. And I was like, yeah. And she said, "We've been in contact on Facebook." I was like, "We have? Okay, all right." And I just completely... And then I remembered sort of vaguely. I was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah. Here's the shirt."
She's at every show, man. She drives you know where she comes from? North Louisiana. Like, she drives far enough that when she comes to Brookhaven shows, she gets a room in town. When she goes to Natchez shows, she gets a room. Mr. Prentice comes from a good ways away. I know Mr. Prentice, you've met him before. He bought a shirt off of you.
Oh, nice.
Dude, huge comic fan. I'll talk comics with him every time.
I got to bring my comics.
Yes, sir.
Try to sell him some stuff.
But, so, the Rob Love match, man, to me, this match, it was a great way to build on that story because, Bam Bam was a member of Southern Royalty, a probationary member, maybe I guess be the best way to say it.
But he kept, causing them. They eventually jumped on Bam Bam.
Yep.
And it's been nice to see that story play out, and I want to see Bam Bam get his redemption. I want to see him get his win back against Rob Love, maybe take the brass knucks and shove him in his ass. Not really. That
well, you know where the brass knucks have been? They were in Rob Love's tights, and then I saw them go out of the ring, and a certain security guard, Mr. James Jackson, hit him for Rob Love. So is one of the security guards part of Southern Royalty now? Is this like an NWO thing where they got people we don't know about? It's like the commissioner. Wait, the commissioner was wearing purple.
Commissioner was wearing purple.
Because we don't know who the new member of Southern Royalty is yet. We haven't seen it. It's going to happen in Brookhaven.
It's great. It's great stuff, though, to build on. And full character, full story being told. Maybe across to everybody. That's the best part.
Yeah, it's all interweaved. It's like a good comic book.
So, and which Mr. Newell, he knows how to book a good show.
Josh was raised on Mid-South. He knows what he's doing.
Every show I've seen of his always gets either a B+ or an A-. Like, I've never gone below those ratings.
I neither.
Like they're good. Like, not every show is perfect. Some shows have matches that are bleh.
Yeah, that happens.
You get so entertained with all the other stuff going on and everything. It's just the atmosphere is so good. You're like, I had a great time.
Well, not only that, but also he knows how to book a show for a Southern audience because he's going to have some Southern style matches. He's going to make sure every show is at least one match is for like guys like us that want to see like a Ring of Honor style match or, Lucha Underground style match, stuff like that. Like, oh man, just he knows how to book a show. He knows, the kids and the older folks are going to want to see that Southern style, but you're going to have fans like us that make up a chunk of the audience. We want to see, a little something different, and he gives it to it. The Fly Death Horsepower match, that was that match this show.
That was good.
But then Rob Love and Bam Bam, that was a pure Southern grudge match. That was something that I could have saw in Memphis as a kid. You could have saw I don't know what Southern Fellas were when you were younger, man, but you know what I mean. Is WCW still around?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Something on WCW.
I grew up on, Attitude Era and WCW, ECW.
Okay, so that's what I thought. So we had a little intermission next, wasn't it? Yeah, it was intermission.
Intermission.
Intermission was good. You were busy at your table. I was next table over. I stayed busy, man. Thank you. Everybody came out and bought a mask or whatever. I appreciate it, And y'all know with the money, and he'll tell you the same thing, the money we make off that just goes right back into provide more product. I know you got some more shirt ideas. I know you got some more. Matter of fact, you got to get some more Rob Love shirts made up.
I do. I got to get some smaller sizes made up for, anybody else. And whenever I do get to make the Jeremiah t-shirts, they're going to be the crimson red with that picture you've seen on Matthew's poster.
Yep.
I think that's going to be badass.
Oh, yeah, it'll definitely be. Now, real quick, because I have to ask this. Did your brother get to add any more autographs to his wrestling shirt this time?
I'm actually not sure.
Okay, I was wondering, because I know every show he tries to add some. I like that idea. It's kind of neat, because, Chase did that with the shirts he made with the poster on him and Michelle made. He went into the locker room and got everybody on the show to sign it. And it's like his little piece. I'm like, that's a cool, because the only complaint I got, Josh, and you know this, I've told you about this before, I wish you would make big posters, like broadsheet style posters to advertise, and had them at the show, and had like a couple of guys sign them and sell them for a couple bucks. I understand, it costs a little bit of money, but I love you've seen my collection of posters. But we had intermission, had fun. I got me a little something to drink. I sat my feet down for a couple minutes, Went over there and checked on my parents, so they both came to the show. Then after intermission, and I kind of got mixed up here because I thought we only had 2 more matches coming. So the music hits. Out comes Jeremiah. Okay, cool. And I knew what this was going to be, because this was supposed to be a 3-way match. Yeah. This was supposed to be Jeremiah, J.D. Griffey, and Danny Chance for the Deep South Heritage title.
But it turned out to be just Jeremiah and Danny.
Do you know why J.D. was not there?
No.
He was in the Keith Lee Mia Yim wedding.
Oh.
So good reason to miss a show. Congrats to Keith and Mia. I saw the pictures. Her hair matched his suit. It was amazing.
I did not know they got married.
Yes, I thought they got married. Kobe told me, I'm like, I thought they got married like a year ago.
I guess it was just the engagement.
This match, man, this was, a good, big brawler monster. They're talking about Monster Hill Jeremiah. You can't get more Monster Hill than that. Versus, Danny Chance, who's just, high flying, and Danny had a hell of a day getting there. Had car issues getting to the show. Still made it, still put on a damn good match. And, man, let me hear your thoughts on this match, because I don't know what else to say. It was just a damn good match.
I've been looking forward to Jeremiah versus Danny Chance one-on-one for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I've always wanted to see them in a triple threat. I do hate that I missed that opportunity, but this match was really great on its own.
Right.
Danny he did a lot of the classic babyface selling for a monster.
Yes.
And Jeremiah was just big son of a bitch, had an answer for everything Danny had, but Danny had some kind of alternative way to, maybe come back, and some quick shine of glory and stuff, and he got some good offense in.
He was
very creative with it.
The Danny KO out of nowhere.
It was.
He did not get one in this match, and I'm beginning to where that's my favorite part of Danny match. Just almost every time that I was watching him hit that.
Me too.
Oh, but I was just thinking about this. You're talking about Jeremiah. DCO.
Danny Chance out of
nowhere. I love it. For people who haven't seen Jeremiah, close comparison would be Bam Bam Bigelow or Big Van Vader. He's a big old guy, because Jeremiah's probably about an inch or so taller than both of us. He's about 6'5".
I'd say he's probably like, what, 3?
He's 3-something. He's 3-something. And he can move like he's 100 pounds lighter. And dude is not young. I know Jeremiah's in his late 30s, I would say, I think. I'm pretty sure he's not 40 yet. But I've been watching wrestle forever, and he can move. And the way, I love how he gets out of the ring. He runs to the ropes.
Me too.
And over on one hand and lands on the floor. It's like, I can't even do that, and I'm like 100 pounds. But this match went back and forth. I thought Jeremiah was going to win it for a little bit. I really did. I thought Danny was getting ready to lose that title, but Danny, pulled through, held on to his title. This is probably his 4th or 5th defense on it. He's been defending it a lot. So then, this is the match that threw me. By this time, I don't know where you were standing at, sir, but I'd walked over to where old Kobe had the Body Slam Media stationary cam hard cam set up. I was talking to him in Lumbersack for a second. And I'm thinking, okay, it's the main event. I know what the main event is. And then Rage Against the Machine comes on the speakers. I'm like, APOC got a new entrance theme? And then out walks Ricky Reyes. And Ricky, I love you, man. You put on a great match for that mask you were wearing. I had that exact same mask hanging on my wall. I know you got it at Dollar General. I love it, though. It's a cool looking mask. It's black hood with like silver. Yeah, it looks really cool.
But, yeah, I didn't know exactly who he was.
You've never seen him on Lucha Underground, did you?
No.
Dude, okay. You have a Roku. Add Tubi to your Roku and watch you Lucha Underground.
I need to. I quit at season 2 or 3.
Okay.
You know, I need to pick it back because I just kept hearing it was canceled. So I was like, okay. And then I come across it again. I'm like, okay, wait, it did more than just the 3 I've seen. Okay,
yeah.
all right.
They did. You saw they did 3 seasons, so you probably saw the first 2 then. Did you see when Jake Hager showed up?
No.
Okay, you saw the first 2 then. And you know what's weird? I just noticed the angle you're at. Sometimes you look like Danhausen. But
hey, I love Danhausen. So.
I
like his comedy stuff.
I respect his gimmick. I respect his hustle in the ring. He hasn't shown me anything yet, but I respect the hell out of him. You know, he's taking a little bit like that, and he's making a living off of it. So, hey, I respect it. But we got Ricky Reyes, and who comes out? I'm like, oh, shit. T-Ray ain't had his match yet. And T-Ray came out, and man, these two, the only way I can describe this match is this was like a combination of a UWFI match and maybe some battle arts. It was like, remember back in the day when you had UFC, you had the other like MMA groups that did it like in a wrestling ring? That's what this reminded me of because it was like I'd never seen T-Ray actually get down to like chain wrestling submission. He was doing it with Ricky. I'm like,
he was
what the?
Good. Junkyard Dog style.
Yes, it's like, what the hell? And that's another one. If you don't know who T-Ray Watford is, look up T-Ray Watford, wrestler on YouTube and watch his match. This guy, imagine a faster, more technical Ron Simmons at Ron Simmons' peak. So, what did you think about this before we get to how the match ended? Because the way the match ended, whoo!
Well, it's like I've always liked T-Ray's work. I've seen him. Probably this is my 4th time seeing him in the
at least, yeah.
He's had a few bad matches that were not his fault.
Right.
He was always good in the match. He carried it as best he could, even if he was. But this match, he had somebody that was a good worker.
Oh yeah,
that's been around. You know,
been in New Japan, been in Mexico, Puerto Rico.
2 vets. You know, good guy, bad guy. And T-Ray, I mean, the dude is built. Like he is jacked. You know, and this guy wasn't small either.
No, Ricky is jacked too.
But I mean, these 2 guys displayed their strengths. They displayed high flying agility. They displayed again that grappling, just mat wrestling and stuff. So it had everything in it, and it was a good way to like kind of cool the crowd down from the high title match that we just had, and we were getting ready to have another title match. So I thought it was a really good match. I give it probably a B+.
And not only that, but also the crowd out there, they knew T-Ray. BFW fans knew T-Ray, but how many of them really knew Ricky Reyes? I mean, Lucha Underground, and then, you know, he was in Ring of Honor, he was in New Japan, but he was in those eras, and those 2 they weren't as easily accessible. But I know Josh has been trying to bring Ricky Reyes in forever. And the thing I want to point out is I didn't get a chance to do this at the show because I didn't see Ricky in time. Is my belt? The first match ever for that belt was Ricky Reyes versus Matt Cross. So, boom. I just didn't get to see Ricky in time, man. And then that end.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd ever see T-Ray submit.
Yeah, that was surprising. Because I know that they're trying to build T-Ray right now. It's a good, middle tier guy.
Yeah, T-Ray's like their number 3 or 4 face in BIW. Yeah. You know, it'd be like APOC, Danny, Bordeaux right above him, just barely.
The only reason I think they could is because one, he probably respects the hell out of Reyes.
Right.
And he's like, you've been around more. You're bigger than me. I'm still at this level.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, put me down, but I'll get a bigger win later on.
And unless
T-Ray doesn't mind doing that.
Right, and I might be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time T-Ray's had a match that was after intermission. Usually he's first, second, or third match, you know. So he's working his way up the card, and Ricky's a wily vet, you know. So I was shocked that T-Ray lost, but I shouldn't have been. And man, I know he had to be hurt because I know T-Ray he lives in like West Texas. We're in Natchez, Mississippi, which for people who don't know, it's right on the river. It's, you know, West Mississippi. It's about an hour from where we live. T-Ray had a long ass ride, and his arm had to be hurt. You know, he had one hand, and he's like, "Somebody change the radio for me." Jeez. You know, he had to be hurt.
Yeah, but he did that. You know, he went through it.
So now we get to the main event.
The main event was champion APOC versus
Roll Tide!
Frankie Thomas.
And it was for the Southern Heavyweight.
We didn't have Brittany with him. Of course not. She is.
This is public information. So I'd say she's pregnant right now. She is due, I think she said May or June. I can't remember exactly. It's a little boy. They've already had the gender reveal. She told me the name. I can't remember because I was teasing her. I was going to call him Frankie Thomas Jr. But she was over at the table because they also have a 19-month-old. The little girl, I can't remember that little girl's name. So she was watching the kid,
But that's the thing. Like, just because, they got all that great stuff going on doesn't mean Frankie gives a damn about us. So we got to remember, he's still a dick.
Well, I just want to, since Frankie likes yelling Roll Tide,
yeah,
I just want to start throwing rolls of toilet paper out of the shows.
Yeah.
Resurrect the Jimmy Ray thing. But, man, this match. Now, Frankie's a former Deep South Heritage champion. Matter of fact, he's the one that Danny beat for the belt. Frankie, in my opinion, of all the Deep South Heritage champions I've seen quite a few because I've been watching BIW we're getting up on 10 years now. One of the best. One of the absolute best. Frankie's one of these guys that he should be known to every wrestling fan in the United States. He just isn't because he works down here in the South, and we don't get the attention. He's worked, you say he's worked AEW Dark like twice now. He's been on a couple of different WWE things. He's worked.
He could totally be on Impact.
I wonder maybe if he might be at Impact. I'm going to in a couple of weeks. I do know that a BIW star is going to be there, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So, main event. So you got APOC, big, power wrestler. He's got them little quick bursts of speed, but, mostly, power wrestler. Kind of like a Hulk Hogan if Hulk Hogan knew how to work a little better.
Yes.
And you could call him the Hulk Hogan BIW because he's the fans' number one favorite. They love the hell out of him, especially in Brookhaven. Natchez loves him too. Yeah. He's adopted Brookhaven as a second home. He's he's held the belt for over a year now. He won it January last year.
Yeah. And when that dawned on me at the show, I was like, wait a minute. It's been over. He's had that belt for, holy shit. Like, because I remember when he won it, and I was thinking, like, that was back in last January. So, that blew my mind. I hadn't even realized it'd been that long, but we only see him like every 3 months or so. Yeah. So that time flies pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. He's had plenty of defenses, but I'll say this is the closest he's ever come to losing that title.
Oh, yeah. That was a fantastic match. Frankie, I loved the point in the match where Frankie's down and all of Southern Royalty come out, and Camacho gets in that ring, puts the whooping on APOC.
Oh, man. I know. And I'm like, wait a minute, is Frankie joining Southern Royalty? It's a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be a great member.
It would work.
It would work, but I got an idea, and I'll say when after we get through on who I think is going to be the fourth member of Southern Royalty. But this match, man, APOC's had some good challengers. Francisco Siatsu, Dilbert, Ron O'Shan. Dude, you look like Dilbert, or for the people out there in the music, you look like Milo from The Descendants. Not the shitty Disney thing, the old good band. You look just like Milo. Like I want to see you wearing the Milo Goes to College shirt. For the 4 people that get that, thank you. And other good, really good matches. He defended against Rob Love in matches last time I went. Just really good matches. But man, Frankie, I thought Frankie was winning, and I'll get Frankie this, man. I love Frankie's new hairdo. It looks like Something About Mary met Bedhead. And I told him this after the match. He just looked at me, started laughing. Because his hair, Frankie's hair is just kind of wild. He got a lot of gel in it.
Wily hair.
And Roll Tide.
I mean, yes.
Of course, every time he said Roll Tide, I was like, roll this. But I was over to the side where the kids couldn't see it. So overall, what would you say about the show, sir? Your letter grade. We do F through A plus. So where would you put this?
Well, we had that. That's the thing. Like we had that great main event that after the match there was that huge explosion brawl. Like Danny Chance and Bam Bam. Everybody came out and chased off Southern Royalty, who were just beating the piss.
Yeah, because Danny came out to even up the odds, and even Danny APOC wanted to take on Southern Royalty plus Frankie. So then, boom, all the faces come running out. Because I was over at the table talking to your brother, screaming, "Where are the faces? You got to come help you guys." I thought, let me and MJ are going to have to hit the ring. If we did that, we'd drag Matthew with us.
And I saw it was the commissioner that went back there. He was like, I got to go get somebody. And the commissioner went back there.
Doing his job.
Yep. And I love that, Like, he went back there. He was like, guys, we got
a situation.
That kept time so perfectly. Like, I felt the timing of this show was the best I've seen.
It was, dude. It was paced perfect. He brought us up. He took us. It was like a roller coaster, and that's why I loved it. You talking about that match with T-Ray? It was kind of a cool down match. Even though it was a good match, it was a cool down match because it wasn't like a lot of flashy. Some of it was a lot of Wrestling. What it says on the marquee. Wrestling, that's what it was.
Overall, like, this show I would give an A+.
Okay. I am close to you. I'm gonna give it an A-. I'm gonna give it an A- just because there was a couple little things, like there's 1-2 things in the tag match that felt just a little odd to me. There's 1-2 things in the open match, just little minor things where I can't give it A, because me, an A+ is a perfect show, and I'll be honest, I've only been to there's only been 2 shows I've ever been to I give it A+, and that would be WrestleMania 17, Beach Blast 92. Because it's hard to get that perfect grade out of me. This almost was an A. I mean, it was real close, and almost hit A-. But I'm gonna throw this in there because we got a few more minutes. We haven't hit 30 yet. We're gonna try to cut this at 30, but. Brookhaven, March, I think 12th. I'm not exactly sure. Go on the Facebook or wherever. Josh will let you know. They're going to reveal who the 4th member of Southern Royalty is. Now, let me see, who do you think it might be? We mentioned Frankie Thomas, possible.
Frankie Thomas or Damian Wayne.
Okay, that's a good one because he's been heel. He's worked there before, yeah.
It could be Koloff.
That would be interesting because Koloff would be another big monster in the group.
Yes.
They give you 3 monsters and Rob Love.
Yeah.
It could be like Rob Love and the Three Stooges.
Like you said, it could be the commissioner himself, though I doubt it.
That would be interesting. It'd be like Bischoff joining the NWO, though.
They get Josh. He's like, it was me all along. No, but
the higher power.
Yeah.
Would the higher power be Matt Riddle?
Oh God. Dude, there was something, and I won't take too long.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was Monday Night Raw the other night, and I wasn't watching it. It was just on TV.
Yeah.
Dad is programmed. It's been what he watches every Monday night for 40-something
he's
years.
done it. Yeah, he's done it forever.
So,
I understand.
yeah, he's watching it, and it's Matt Riddle in the back with Chad Gable. Chad is so good. He's got his name back.
Good.
Do you want to know what they're doing? It's 150 rounds of a race. You have to do 150 laps.
Uh-huh.
First one to do 150 laps in this race on a scooter wins. That is the match. They keep cutting throughout the whole show of them from the beginning to the end of the show, like, oh, 100, or it's like, oh, 36, bro. You got to catch up. Oh, bro, we're at 50. Bro, what's going to happen when we reach 100? I'm getting kind of winded and hungry. Like, Chad's just constantly doing. And I was like, kind of, I didn't watch Raw, but I saw those clips, and when I was passing by, and I thought, what the fuck is this?
That is why
the whole thing to me.
With WWE, all I usually watch, this because you earlier ever mentioned, I watched Royal Rumble most years, and this year I actually watched the whole thing, and I watched WrestleMania. The rest of the time, I just, because for every good thing they'll have, they have some great talent that I love. You have something like this where I'm just like, fuck this. Just fuck this. But my idea for 4th member of Southern Royalty is, I stated my case on Facebook about this. Okay, first thing, it's Southern Royalty. It's going to be somebody in the South, probably. Somebody, makes sense. And what is Southern Royalty missing? You got 2 big old monsters in Camacho and Jeremiah.
Yeah.
You got Rob Love, who's just, the ultimate mind games guy. You need a high flyer. You need somebody who can do all the crazy stuff. You know who fits that perfectly? Funaki. Tell you, man, it's going to be Funaki.
Like legit WWE. Legend.
Show Funaki. He lives in Houston. Show Funaki. Because what's going to happen is Rob Love's going to be out there with the other members every time out. We're adding a 4th member of the Southern Royalty. Then you're going to hear, indeed.
If that happens, that'll be badass. Okay?
Dude, if that happens, I'm going to be like, oh my God, it's the big one, Elizabeth.
If that happens, I will give you $5.
$5? Cool.
Just because you predicted it.
That's what I predicted. Well, we're out, everybody. Thank you for being on Fairchild.
Yeah.
And y'all going to see my ugly face up close as I turn this off. Latest.